If a research laboratory called you tomorrow and said, hey, would you like to sign up for this clinical trial? You're not going to get paid a dime, and we're going to test a bunch of hazardous chemicals on you. You in? I'm willing to bet anything that the answer to that is going to be no. So why are y'all letting your friends practice on you for a free set of nails? This was going to ruffle some feathers, but we need to talk about it. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Ren. I developed an allergy to HEMA, HIA, HPMA, and acrylomorpholine back in 2024, and since then have done obsessive levels of research to find products that I can continue to use with my allergy, and I share all of that knowledge with you guys for free 99. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads. It helps me out tremendously. The amount of people in my comment sections talking about how they got their allergy from their friend, their mama, their sister, their brother, whoever, practicing on them with Amazon products is insane. And the reason this video is so important is because I don't see this talked about enough, and the majority of people have no idea what the dangers of these products are or what the consequences of a free practice set can really be. Not to mention all the posts I see on beginner nail tech groups of people practicing on their friends or their family members. The nails are a lumpy mess. And that's not the worst part. The worst part is that the cuticles are a disaster. They are nipped, they are cut, they are bleeding, and they have product all over them. And the average person has no idea the amount of exposure that is happening there. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about this. And it's astounding to me because why are you guys letting people practice on you and use you as a free lab rat? Because that's exactly what's happening here. You are volunteering to have hazardous chemicals put on your skin for a set of nails that isn't even going to look good. And I get it, the intentions are good. Everyone starts somewhere. You want your loved one to be able to practice and get better at their passion or their career or whatever. And you got a free set of nails. What's the harm in that? A lot. This is the harm in that. This is the harm in that. This is the harm in that. And on that note, we really need to dissect this video. Now, I want to be abundantly clear here because this is a teenage girl doing this on her teenage friend, and I am in no way coming for this girl or bullying her whatsoever because a lot of these kids just don't know any better, and that's the problem. That is the problem with having these products so accessible and so dangerous. And you are going to see here the amount of mistakes that are made, again, because it's normal, because she's a young teenage girl who is learning and using these extremely volatile products on another teenager, being fairly rough with the prep, and now you're going to see her completely flood these cuticles and then wipe it off with her bare fingers. All the products that she used here, she proudly proclaimed was Beetles and was trying to get a sponsorship with them. This is exactly what I'm talking about here, folks. This is why videos like this are so important, and hopefully this reaches the right people, because this is so dangerous, not just for the person doing them, but for the person it's being done to. And the worst part was the comment section, because there were so many nail techs trying to educate and say how dangerous this was. And everyone was like, no, it's not. It's totally fine. This is a child. Leave her alone. Exactly. These are children. That is the point. These products weren't even available when I was doing my nails at that age. And that's the problem. They're so easily accessible now. They're at Walmart, they're at Target. And that's why information is so important to get out there, because a lot of people just don't know any better. And then there's also, the teenage arrogance of thinking it's not going to happen to me. Look how cute they turned out. It's an insane amount of talent that I would hate to see go to waste on an acrylate allergy. I know it's really hard to say no to someone you love when they're asking you to help them improve in something very seemingly innocent, but I promise you they have other options. See these guys here? Wow. That's exactly what they're meant for. These girlies can't get contact dermatitis. These girlies can't get a lifelong allergy. And while no, it's not exactly the same thing, it's good enough for practicing art and application. As for cuticle work, that is something that should be practiced on yourself, because you know your pain tolerance. You can feel what you're doing to yourself. You should not be practicing cuticle work on other people before you've mastered it for yourself. Because what happens here is, since you're not proficient in cuticle work, you are going to nip the person you're working on. And now you've given all those monomers that you're about to slather on them with your Amazon products a free one-way ticket to their bloodstream. On top of that, because these people are usually beginners, they use beginner products like Beetles, Model 1s, and all this stuff. So now they are cutting your skin, putting on product improperly, and using a product that has high levels of monomer, usually with some crappy $5 lamp that can't fully cure it. Are y'all seeing the issue here? If you really want to help out somebody in your life get better at nails, get them one of these. They are ridiculously inexpensive and they come in all different styles, colors, flexibility. So see, for example, this one here is much harder. So you have to work to move those fingers, but it is easier to stick stuff onto these nails. This one here is very flimsy and feels a lot more like a real person's hand. And you can just slide the tip right into the cuticle instead of gluing it on. These clamp right on the table and have full range of motion. So no, it's not the real thing and it's never going to feel exactly like the real thing, but nobody should be touching anyone else's hand until they have mastered one of these. Y'all can get mad at me for it, but it's the truth. And a lot of people just don't know the amount of risk and exposure that they are putting their friend or family member through. But if you do know and you're just so arrogant to think, I got this and it's not going to happen to them, please stop it. Because it can happen to them. And it can happen to you and it can happen to anyone. And anyone who talks about allergies is constantly called a fearmonger. But if you guys are willing to put this risk on someone else, y'all are not scared enough. And since a lot of people who do nails are going to watch this video and scoff at it and think I'm full of it and continue to prioritize their own hobby and their own improvement above your health, it is up to every individual watching this who's ever been asked by a friend or family member to let them practice nails to say no. You can send them this video or any one of my other scientific explanations as to why it should be a no, or just leave it at that because no is a complete sentence. And you should never allow someone to use your body and put your health at risk for a set of nails. Now, if they suck at designs and their application is lumpy, that's one thing, because that's not going to really affect anything other than your nails might look ugly for a little bit. That's fine. But if they have not yet perfected their cuticle work and the application to where they aren't getting any product on the skin, say no. Just say no. A free set can become very, very expensive when you find yourself at an immunologist needing to get a patch test, prescription ointments, and needing to buy all the expensive skincare and sunscreens because you're now allergic to acrylates and can't use a bunch of it. I have been doing my own nails for 15 years, and it wasn't until maybe a year or so ago that I actually started doing my mom and grandma's or my friends because I'm confident enough that A, not only am I not going to get any product on their skin, but B, I am using the highest quality products available. That even if I do have an accident, which they happen, it's not going to be the end of the world. So if you genuinely want to help the aspiring nail tech or nail artist in your life, get them a good set of polishes to practice with so they won't give you or themselves an allergy, and get them a practice hand. All right, besties, that was all for this one. I know that was long-winded, but it really needs to be said. So let me know in the comments below, have you ever let somebody practice on you? How did they do? And is that what caused your allergy? If you aren't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. I've got some really fun artsy stuff planned. Subscribing is free, and you know what else is free? All of the time and effort that I put into these videos and I'm making pennies for, so please make sure you do all the engagement things. It helps me out tremendously. As always, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.